where you were last year going into the Pac-12 tournament versus this year now going into the Pac-12 tournament? What are kind of the emotions and things like that?
I would definitely say we're at a much higher place, that's for sure, compared to last year. But I mean, we're just excited and hopeful. We know how much these next couple games mean, and we're just trying to do our best and put us in the best place and opportunity to advance to the postseason.
Kien, after the emotional high of Saturday night, how have you guys been taking the rest? Have you guys just been letting loose, just trying not to think about baseball for a day, or have you guys still been about that and focused right for tomorrow?
I think everyone's pretty focused. I mean, we definitely did take the edge off, I guess, yesterday with that off day, and then just tried to lock it back in during this practice and just get ready for tomorrow. I mean, we're not trying to change too much, and so it's just kind of keep playing our game and just have fun out there.
Jacob, just with the comeback you guys had the other day, what are kind of the steps that have initiated these comeback abilities of your guys'?
I wouldn't say we do anything different to prepare for it. I mean, it's just taking it one at bat and one inning at a time. Doesn't matter if we're down or up big. I mean, we still try to treat every inning and at bat and game the same way. And so I think that's what really helps us not make those moments too big and be able to have those fun and exciting comebacks like that, just taking it one step at a time.
Yes, for any of you guys, how have you been able to find the battle back, the counter punch when you guys do get down in these certain situations that you may not have had earlier on in the season?
You got it? I think it's just a mentality. I mean, Bloomy's kind of preached that the whole entire year. And I think that it's really starting to show later on in the season. And I think it's mentality and personality, to be honest. And I think a lot of our team just kind of has that.
What do you think the biggest, for any of you guys, what's the biggest difference this year compared to years past? And where do you think you guys can pull from experience to be more successful this time around?
I mean, we have a lot of talent this year, and we had a lot of talent last year too. I think the difference is just kind of the way the game goes. I mean, you saw last year how hot we were playing and how good we were early on, and then what happened at the end of the year, and then this year what we went through at the beginning, and then how we've played recently. So I think it's just part of the game, and we're getting hot at the right time, which is awesome, and we're just not trying to change anything or do anything crazy, and just trust all our abilities and talent. And so I feel like we're doing a good job at that.
To piggyback off that, with how you're saying like last year you finished up to this year, now going into the Pac-12 tournament, not that you're not focused, does it help you to kind of be more, I guess, relaxed for the start of the game, for the start of the tournament?
Yeah, I would say so, but I mean, I feel like that's also like our strong point of being like relaxed and loose and playing the game. That's when we play our best, and so I think we just try to keep that through every single game.
Do you guys feel a sense of pressure or anything being on the bubble and knowing that you guys need to execute this weekend and make a deep run?
I don't think so. I mean, I hope not. I think we know what we're capable of, and I think as soon as that type of pressure gets into our heads, it will make it a little interesting for us. So I think it's just a matter of blocking it out and playing the game we know how to play.
Brandon, with how obviously the pitching has been up and down these last couple of weeks, how confident are you that Connor, on just a couple of days rest, he did pitch an inning on Friday, how confident are you that he's going to be consistent in his normal self on Tuesday morning?
Yeah, I mean, he's a veteran. You know what you're going to get every time. He's going to go out there and compete, throw strikes, and let the defense go to work, you know. And as a good offense like we got, that's very comforting, you know.
Kien, with your first 2 home runs yesterday, the team officially hit 100 home runs on the season. Do you think that kind of speaks volume as to how big the offense has been this season?
Oh, it's been huge. And yeah, I saw that stat yesterday, and that's incredible. So yeah, I think I mean we could hit it a bit, and so it's just a matter of keeping it going. I think that's all we're really focused on. And then at the end of the season, we'll look back on it and recognize that we made it to 100. But yeah, it's just trying to stay consistent right now.
Jacob, you're for the second straight season, you've had 10 home runs and over 50 RBIs. Joined Spencer Torkelson as the only other guy to do that in back-to-back seasons. Just kind of hear that you're in that kind of company. What kind of comes to mind?
I mean, yeah, it's awesome. It's definitely, I would say, an honor to be in that company with someone like that. We all definitely watched and experienced it because it was pretty recent of the crazy things that he did when he was here. So to hear my name next to his is pretty cool.
How has this team just naturally been able to develop the power and the home run hitting abilities you have this season?
Definitely won't let any short notice go to our strength coach, Ted. He definitely does a great job with us and knowing what each individual person needs and kind of making it more individualized than maybe some other places don't have. And so I think just his ability to understand who he's working with and what each person needs kind of helps us get the most out of each person.
This being the last Pac-12 tournament, any of you guys have any thoughts about, hey, let's maybe go out and win this last ever?
Yeah, I mean, I think the goal is to win it, obviously, but more than ever, we should need to win it, kind of, to make sure we can get into a regional. So, but yeah, it'd be cool to win the last one. I didn't really think about that until you said it, but yeah, that'd be cool.
For you guys and your morale, just kind of reflecting where you guys were at as a team after that Washington State loss and sweep to where you guys have been, how do you think you've been able to use that as a stepping stone and turn around this season and get it on the chance to make a postseason?
Yeah, I mean, I think that Washington State series kind of was just like we knew we were better than that, and it was a matter of just flushing it and like kind of flipping that switch. It's kind of what we needed, I think. We realized that we really needed to turn the season around in order to kind of go out with a bang, I guess. So, yeah, played a rough 3 games and turning around. It's been uphill since. So I think we've gotten to a point where we know like how we play our best baseball, and it's kind of like we can look back on that and remember that that's not how we do it around here. So so it was the kick in the butt we needed, I guess.
Each of you guys are one of 5 players who have had double-digit home runs this year. What's kind of the mentality through this lineup of passing it down to the next guy and just each person being able to do their job?
I think it's trust. I mean, it starts with Campy, and then obviously Boot's good behind him, and then me, and then Toby, then Compton. I mean, I think that, again, like that's just speaking to the lineup. It's not fun to face any of us, and I don't think a pitcher has fun when he's thrown against us. I mean, our first 5 hitters, I mean, the whole lineup is good, but the first 5 is like, I would say it's one of the best in the country. So, yeah.
Bouncing off of that, Nick, what do you remember about Stanford's Arms 2 weeks ago in Palo Alto? How necessarily that will be a challenge on season 1?
I mean, they're pretty decent. You know, they got some velo, which is nice. Velo and decent off speed, but I mean, obviously we already faced them. We faced them 2 weeks ago. I mean, we handled them pretty well, so hopefully we can take that and do it again on Tuesday. So we'll see. Yeah.
Brandon, for you individually, last season having to sit out the entire time due to injury, to see the power you've been able to develop and just kind of the season you've had, how's that to just witness that come through and together and to be fully healthy and experience baseball again?
Yeah, I mean, last year I witnessed the whole season from the stands or the bullpen sometimes, you know. I mean, last Pac tournament I was in the stands sitting with some other players, like we weren't allowed in the dugout and stuff. So obviously I didn't feel like part of the team, but it's like I got to learn, I got to see what I need to be able to do in game and stuff. So I was able to take that into this year and go at it.
Kind of in the middle of the order, how do you feel like in that role you can kind of like be that spark plug to kind of change the trajectory of a lineup in a game and shift it to the back end of the lineup to keep that momentum swinging?
Yeah, like they said earlier, it starts with Campos, and then I got 4 other guys in front of me that are doing it. So I feel like having all that protection in the lineup's huge, and it gives me more pitches to hit, and it gives the whole lineup more to do. You know, it causes chaos and makes the other team very uncomfortable.
They're calling you the Bash Brothers. What do you make of that nickname?
It just means we score a lot of runs, hit a lot of homers, and a lot of celebrating.
Got a nice ring to it.
Yeah, sounds cool.
You guys talked about this season, a lot of you, about the aspirations for Omaha prior to the season. Now being on the cusp of the postseason and every game meaning just that much more, how do you guys make this push toward that ultimate destination?
Yeah, I mean, it's cool being in the position we are. I mean, we truly hold our own fate in our hands. I mean, nothing's set in stone, but we have the ability to make things happen, and we're not relying on anybody else to win or lose. I mean, if we go out there and play our game, we're holding our own fate, and so I feel like that's a cool feeling, and it's gonna just mean that much more to us and give us that much more motivation.
You guys talked about, or Willie talked about at times there being a lack of player accountability. How have you guys been able to hold each other accountable through this season and be able to get yourself back to the winning ways and build up this stretch you have?
Yeah. You wanna go?
I just think it's the seniors. I think we have some really good seniors in the clubhouse. Trey Newman, Tyler Meyer, guys like that. I mean, they're huge for us. So yeah, I think Harris Williams too. I mean, they've been around for a while. They know how things work. So it's nice to have them around.
I think we've definitely bonded too, a little more than like we've come a long way as a family, I guess. So I think that's kind of helped, I guess, hold each other accountable. But I also, I think everyone just kind of is bringing each other up, and it comes with a bond and a family environment.
Last year, you guys weren't able to make it out of pool play in the Pac-12 tournament. How do you ensure you change that and get to the semifinal stage?
Gotta win.
Yeah, I think it's just taking it game by game. I feel like we aren't so worried about, I guess, making it out of pool play. It's just winning the games we can win. And so, give it everything we got on Tuesday, and then we're going to give it everything we got on Thursday, and see where we stand there.
How do you like that schedule with the day off? Had it last year.
I like it. I think it's a nice little break. We'll probably get back here and light practice, I guess, and so I like it. Yeah, reflect and grow. I don't know. I like it better than going back to back. I think.
Yeah.
You guys ready for your earliest game of the year?
Yeah, 10 a.m. How do you feel?
It'll be a little cooler. So
6:45 bus. I don't know if I'm making
How big of an advantage do you guys feel that it's here in Scottsdale, so on that off day you can just come back here and have a light practice?
it's huge. I think.
Yeah, I think that's super cool.
It's in our backyard, so.
Yeah, and we get to have our practice at our home field. Like we get to, I mean, never want to be comfortable, but we get to be the most comfortable team here. So, I mean, I think we're going to take advantage of it, and hopefully it'll pay off for us.
And also with the fans and also having the possibly home field advantage for both of you guys' games, especially with how the crowds were on Friday night and Saturday. How big is it to just see that the fan base is recognizing how hot you guys are and knowing that they're going to show up even at 10 a.m. on a Tuesday?
Yeah, I mean, definitely not the probably most ideal time for them to show up, but I mean, we trust in them, and we've seen what they've been doing for us, like especially Saturday night. I mean, that's probably one of the loudest experiences that we've had this whole year, and so hopefully we can bring that in on Tuesday. And I mean, the fans mean a ton to us, so I mean, we all love seeing them there, and so hopefully they can make it out.
And Billy, you guys have talked about obviously complimentary baseball too, but the hotter the offenses have got, how do you feel that that's kind of, and not that they haven't been solid, but how do you feel that's just kind of energized the pitching staff as well?
Makes things a lot more comfortable for them. You know, they're not trying to make more pitches that they can just go out and throw strikes. And I mean, even if they give up a 3 spot, I mean, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, there were 3 runs given up in the top of the first, and I mean, we bounced back right after that and scored a bunch of runs. So I feel like it helps them out a lot.
Yeah, and we've been on the other side of it too. I mean, and just being a team, having to watch the opposing team go out there and hit and score a ton of runs and just sit on defense, it kills you. And so it makes it that much easier for a pitching staff to go on a team that has to go sit out on defense for a while. So we try to make it as easy as we can for pitchers.
Jacob, you've been here for all 3 years of Willie's tenure. What do you feel like about this year? It's the best regular season record you guys have had. What has made this year special and different from the rest?
Coach Bloomquist has definitely done a great job with us. I mean, he came into this thing, no experience, not knowing anything, just kind of taking on the challenge head on, which is what he's always done. And so, I mean, I have a ton of respect for him, and I always will. And just the growth that he's been able to have in the last 3 years that I've personally experienced, and the amount of growth he's been able to put onto his players, it's just been amazing. And just learning on how to coach better and deal with situations and everything like that. I mean, he's definitely the root of everything. And so we all owe a lot to him, and we all trust in everything he does. And so it's just gaining that experience, and I think it's helped us become a better team.